Good afternoon, viewers. You're watching NDTV and I come to you from Erode, where TVK founder, actor turned politician Vijay has just finished his rally. This is his important public appearance after what happened in Karur, the horrible stampede that killed over 41 people. But today he was back in his element. He attacked the DMK, calling it his political enemy, and the BJP, of course, calling it his ideological enemy. He has also said that the fight is between the DMK and, of course, the TVK. More on that in just a bit. I'm joined by my colleagues Vijay, who has been covering this rally along with me. We also have Ashish joining us from Vijayawada, and we have Deepak Bopanna joining us for all the news that's happening in Karnataka. Vijay, to you first. I think the most important takeaway for me was the fact that Vijay made it a lot about the DMK. He's responding to the criticism of the DMK that he has become silent. He's saying that there's a mischievous smear campaign against me. He's also talked about the centre. He has maintained all its attacks, but he has also said that TVK is the pure party and DMK is the evil force. So a little bit of filmy stuff there. And what are your big takeaways from the rally, and also the fact that there was so much emphasis on safety, logistics and discipline today?
That's right, Vasudha. The rally actually concluded without any untoward incident. That's what we heard from the police officials and police personnel on ground. But because the organizers and police officials both were, for past week, they have been on ground and working with a lot of arrangements. You know, they structured, they made enclosures like set up to control the crowd and all. As far as Vijay's speech is concerned, he made a sketching attack towards the ruling DMK government. He once again reiterated that, saying that DMK is political enemy of TVK and BJP is DMK's ideological enemy of the TVK party. He also said that TVK is a pure force which will fight against the DMK, which Vijay called that as the evil force. He also set a clear pathway for TVK ahead of 2026 election, because his speech, it's 30 minutes of speech, mostly was around DMK, criticizing DMK in terms of, he alleged that the DMK failed to fulfill the poll promises, from getting exemption of NEET or giving a lot of poll. They gave a lot of poll promises but failed to do so thing. So these are all the takeaway from TVK speech. But however, what we saw on ground, many youth, especially college students and Gen Z voters, are we able to see in ground. They were the major audience here. We spoke with them. They believe that Vijay can bring change in Tamil Nadu. But you know how this crowd will turn into a vote. We have to wait and see. And on the other side, DMK with this massive alliance, and BJP and AIDMK also on ground. So it would be a challenging for TVK how to convert those crowd into voters.
Absolutely, Vijay. In fact, while you're right in saying that he was really attacking the DMK like he usually does, I also found it interesting that he made an indirect attack on the AIDMK, saying that he only wants to fight forces that are on field. And that in some ways was an attack on the AIDMK. He meant to insinuate to the AIDMK that they're not really organizationally present and that they have been disintegrating. He also reached out to the disgruntled leaders of the AIDMK, saying that Sengotian has been given the respect that he deserves, and the same will happen to all those people who joined him. So clearly that an outreach on that side as well. But Vijay is right. The crux of Vijay's speech today was also his attack on the DMK for his policies and also politics. In fact, said that the DMK is misusing the name of Periyar to exploit the people of Tamil Nadu. Let's listen into what he said.
TVK ஒரு தூய சக்தி. எப்படி? TVK ஒரு தூய சக்தி. தூய சக்தி TVKவுக்கும் தீய சக்தி DMKவுக்கும் தான் போட்டியே.
My colleague Veera Raghav also joins us with the bigger takeaways from this rally of Vijay. Remember that this is the first public appearance of Vijay after the Karur stampede. He of course had public appearances in Puducherry and Namakkal, but those were quite restricted. This was for common people, and he spoke against the DMK and also reached out to disgruntled leaders of AIDMK in many ways. Let's listen in to what Veera had to say.
The first big takeaway from Vijay's Erode rally is that the antagonism and the animosity between the TVK and the DMK has only increased from the stampede to now. The kind of language and tone of attack on the DMK was enormous. Muted in comparison is the attack on the BJP or the AIDMK, virtually declaring that this is a battle between the TVK and the DMK, which he has done before, but the kind of language that's used to call the DMK an evil force, one that's stealing the state in the name of Periyar, versus the TVK as the pure force. That's setting the tone for the election campaign from Vijay. The second big takeaway, no looking back, no reference to Karur or the stampede or the apology. That's personal as far as the TVK is concerned, and Vijay will make that appeal directly to the families, and he's already met them. They don't want to go back speaking about it. Third is telling his fans categorically, come safely, go back safely. That's my focus. Don't allow a single untoward incident to take place from now on, because this, remember, sets the stage not just for Vijay but for his fans as well on the road ahead in terms of his rallies in the state as he runs up to the election 2026. And I think another big takeaway is the fact that he is looking and clarifying himself on policy issues, whether it is the question of freebies, saying, look, I'm not against freebies, but I'm against calling them freebies, welfare schemes, as giving it free to the people, because what we are doing is giving it from the money that has been collected from the taxpayer, which is the people's money. So the government can never say it's giving anything free. So making one nuanced categorical point as far as the allegation that he's against welfare measures and freebie is concerned, putting that in perspective. But the key focus is his taking on the DMK, how he's going to move forward, how he's going to woo smaller players. He's mentioned that Sengote, a big leader, has come and joined us, which is an extreme boost for him from the Karur stampede and the road thereof. But he's also said that there will be more such leaders who will join the TVK. So that would be a crucial focus on what kind of political forces and political leaders come to join the TVK in the days ahead. That will be looked out for as far as Vijay's journey ahead is concerned.
So while Tamil Nadu is firing up on all sides to gear up for the polls next year, the state of Karnataka also has had interesting developments in the world of Siddaramaiah. There are dinner meets that keep happening. There's also politics that's playing out over Griha Lakshmi meet. Seers have also met, and more importantly, the Karnataka hate speech bill is also to be tabled. Deepak Popanna, to you.
Development here after several days of saying that it is going to be on the agenda and it's going to be discussed. Finally, the hate speech bill, the controversial bill that several people were talking about, that could transform the way political rallies and speeches are held. Organizations like the Bajrang Dal, like the VHP, have come up with some stiff opposition to this bill. Even pro-Kannada groups have been saying that this bill could curb their freedom of speech. Today, amidst huge ruckus and drama inside the Karnataka Assembly, the bill has been passed. The Speaker, of course, there passing the bill, and the opposition leader R. Ashok is seen tearing the bill apart as the cameras, of course, shift towards the Speaker, and a lot of drama unfolding, even as now the House has been adjourned for the next hour or so, and we'll really have to see how the BJP looks to up the ante. We're expecting the BJP leaders to walk out any moment now out of the Assembly, and they could also address the media very shortly. But this is another crucial update that's coming to the fore. Even as we track these developments, there's more drama that has been unfolding over the last few days in the Legislative Assembly in Belagavi here. The other major issue that we are tracking this afternoon, viewers, is the Griha Lakshmi scheme. Now, Mahesh Tenginkai, a BJP MLA, had gone ahead and raised the issue that 2 months of installments in the month of February and March this year were not paid to the beneficiaries. Now, this is not a small issue, viewers. We are talking about at least 1 crore 26 lakh beneficiaries. 2,000 a month would amount to a huge amount of money. The BJP is saying this is 5,000 crores gone. If this is not a scam, where was the money diverted is the question that the BJP is asking. I spoke to the BJP leaders who raised this issue and then also confronted the minister who says that there is no possibility of a scam in a DBT mode of payment, and the BJP is unnecessarily raking up the entire controversy. Let's listen to these reactions that are coming in.
Misinformation What misinformation? Whatever the amount has been delivered from the finance department, she is releasing it. That's all. There is no misinformation or nothing. They wanted to deviate. They know that we are taking up the national herald case against Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi. They are harassing. We wanted to take that case, so they have blocked the assembly by Guru Lakshmi. There is nothing. Why did they not give this upper Bhadra project money? Why they did not give Narega money? Narega money still they are not given. Jal Jeevan Mission money still they have not given. They have not given money to any of the state central finances which was supposed to give.
Why the money to the Grahalakshmi scheme was not given for 2 months, that is March and February. The minister on the floor of the house, while answering, she avoided the direct question and she said that we have paid till August. Meanwhile, she has skipped February and March. When she was asked again why February and March was not paid, she again took an offensive stand. She went on a different stand. She didn't give the answer. She went out of the house. She has said payment will be cleared, but she herself told that I will ask the finance officials why the payment was not done. How can a 2 months payment not be done and you can jump to from February, March to April directly? How can that happen? Some scam has happened.
कोशिश किया, लेकिन when I released the documentation for February and March month में पूरा स्टेट में इसके नहीं हुआ है, और the value of the February and March only 5,000 crores, 5,000 करोड़ रुपया किधर गया, ये तो माननीय मंत्री जी बताना चाहिए। और इसके होने के बाद कल मुख्यमंत्री जी की भी मेरे जो मैं क्वेश्चन रेज किए थे उसके बारे में रिप्लाई किया, लेकिन उन्होंने दे इज़ ऑल्सो टेक इट इज़ अ वेरी इजी वे में लेने के लिए क्या, अगर नहीं जो हुआ है तो उसको हम कर देंगे, करके ऐसा बताया
कि स्कैम का मतलब क्या है। मुझे ताज्जुब होती है, ये बीजेपी के सीनियर लीडर्स है, 5,000 करोड़ का स्कैम बोलते हैं तो कभी कभी हंसना में मतलब हंसी आती है बोलने के लिए। एक डायरेक्ट डीबीटी के माध्यम से हम पैसा डालते हैं, एक पूरे देश भर में गृहलक्ष्मी का चर्चा है। हमारी स्कीम को कॉपी करके दूसरे राज्य में बीजेपी ने इस्तेमाल करके इलेक्शन जीता है, और ये कैसे स्कैम होता है? क्या ये तो डायरेक्ट हम भेजते हैं ना उनके अकाउंट को। 23 इंस्टॉलमेंट हमने डाला है, लगभग 1 करोड़ 26 लाख विमेन हेडेड जो फैमिली के हेड रहते हैं उनको मिला, 1 करोड़ 26 लाख महिलाओं को अभी तक इंडिविजुअल 46,000 मिला है, और एक जो इंस्टॉलमेंट है वो भी हमने रिलीज़ किया है। अगर कुछ ये होता है तो सीएम साहब आंसर देंगे, अगर नहीं गया है तो वो भी आ जाएगा। दिस इज़ अ प्रोसेस।
So that was, in fact, the Minister for Women and Child Welfare. I have Mr. Revanna, the MLA, and also the Chairman of the Congress Guarantee Committee. Sir, tell us, the questions are being raised about two of your guarantees. One is the Grihalakshmi scheme. They're saying it's a 5,000 crore scam. They are also raising issues about dues, pending dues in the Shakti scheme. What do you really make of it as the BJP says that they'll continue their attack?
There is no misuse or corruption in this movement. This guarantee Yojana, we have promised to the people before the election.
So, but we are in the month of December. In February and March, if the payments are not paid, and then the minister in the house says that it has been paid till August and has to correct herself, it is definitely an issue.
I know, but according to me, there is no corruption or misuse of fund here. If it is released, it will be distributed, because till August we have distributed the guarantees directly to the beneficiaries. Okay. We are at it for 5 guarantees also. Even this highest bus travelers is 620 crore people.
But even there, 4,000 crores are pending to be paid to the Road Transport Corporation.
No. The transport company is running in a good way. That is not the way. That is not the way. But
BJP says it's under tremendous financial stress.
So today the Chief Minister is giving the answer. There is no such things here happening here.
Okay. Okay, before I let you go, sir, very quick question. The hate speech bill was passed amidst a lot of ruckus by the BJP. They're saying that you're trying to target organizations in the state government.
That is not true. Because the bill is for the public purpose and it has to be taken by the Congress government. Whenever we pass the bill, always it is for the people, to the people, and for the people.
Thank you, sir. Well, so that's the Congress going on to say that as far as the schemes are concerned, there is no scam, it's for the people. And even as far as the hate speech bill, they're not willing to bow down to the charges that's coming in from the BJP. That's all for now from the Karnataka Assembly. Now over to my colleague Vijay in Tamil Nadu, where he takes you through all the details and the developments there.
Thank you, Deepak. The development was not from Tamil Nadu but Andhra Pradesh. A strange and controversial development from Tirumala, where a group of youth allegedly placed a political banner near Tirumala temple featuring ADMK leader Edapadi Palnisamy and former leader Jayalalitha, which created a huge controversy in Andhra Pradesh. To speak more on this, my colleague Ashish is there. Ashish, over to you. What is the whole controversy is about? What clarification Devasthanam board has given for you?
So what has turned into a massive row at Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, which is the Hindu hill shrine of Lord Venkateshwara in Tirupati. One banned poster, in fact, it surfaced online. The video of the poster surfaced online and shows that a few youth from Tamil Nadu, they held up a banner featuring Edapadi Palnisamy, the AIDMK leader, as well as former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, J. Jayalalitha. And that poster was clicked and the video and reels were made in front of the Shivari temple. Remember, any kind of political activity or any kind of display of any image other than Lord Venkateshwara is completely prohibited at Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam. And this video, when it surfaced, when it went viral, it got attention from the devotees and they raised concern. And now Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam board has said that they have taken cognizance and they will initiate a legal proceeding against all those involved in these videos. Now we'll go to Deepak and he'll tell us more stories.
Just as we thought that the drama in Karnataka is over, it seems like there is more coming. And there have been multiple dinner meetings after all the legislators made their way to Belgavi. In the last couple of weeks, we've had at least 3 to 4 dinner meetings. The interesting part about these dinners, viewers, has been that the two main contenders, at least one main contender and the other, who's already seated in the top post, have not been seated together in these dinners. There have been a couple of breakfast meetings. Many of them said these could be photo op meetings in Bengaluru, but when it comes to Belgavi, the dinners have always seen these two leaders be quite apart. When I say quite apart, the dinners have been predominantly around close aides of either Mr. Siddaramaiah or Mr. D.K. Shivakumar. Why has this repeatedly happened? Many people, of course, have raised this question. But once again, last evening as well, Satish Jarkiholli hosting a dinner where multiple leaders, of course, including the Chief Minister's son Yatindra was a part of it. About 20 MLAs taking part, and I'm told even tonight there is going to be another special dinner. Let's listen into some of these reactions that have been coming in.
ಕುಡಿದಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಏನಪ್ಪ 2 ಪೀಸ್ ಮಾಂಸ ತಿಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ, 2 ಸ್ಪೂನ್ ಅನ್ನ ತಿಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಡಿನ್ನರ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಬೇರೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಹಾಡುಗಾರಿಕೆ. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಶಾಸಕರುಗಳು ಒಳ್ಳೊಳ್ಳೆ ಕಲಾವಿದರುಗಳಿದೆ, ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಇವತ್ತೇ ನಾನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದು. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಹಾಡುಗಳನ್ನ ಹಾಡಿದರು. ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಶಾಸಕರುಗಳು ಉತ್ತಮ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಪರಿಚಿತ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕಲಾವಿದರುಗಳಿಗಿನ್ನ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಒಂದು ಕಲಾವಿದರ ಗುಣಗಳನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಶಾಸಕರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಈ ಒಂದು ಡಿನ್ನರ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗಿಂದ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯಿತು.
ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪ ಆದರೂ ಬಸವರಾಜ ಬೊಮ್ಮಾಯಿ ಆದರು, ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡವ್ರಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಪಕ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಪದ್ಧತಿ ಇದೆ, ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಪದ್ಧತಿ ಅಂತ. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಥರ ಇಲ್ಲ.
So well, Mr. Rajanna says nothing special about the dinner. The music and the artisan qualities of the MLA was something that was noteworthy, Ritu. Clearly, they are definitely not wanting to reveal what was discussed inside. But some sharp statements as well came in from some of the people who attended these meets, considering the fact that Mr. Rajanna, who says that he was enjoying the singing and the dancing of the MLAs, had a few sharp things to say about Mr. Ranganath, who's a close confidant of Mr. D.K. Shivakumar.
Very
See, we've been seeing how that these kind of meetings probably might be coming out to say that there's nothing concrete that was discussed about the CM chair or for that matter any issues as well. But of course there are a lot of suspicions that are getting raised at this point in time as well, because we are constantly seeing the movements of Satish Jarkioli in particularly where he's seen meeting both the camps, whether it's about the DK Shivkumar's camp or for that matter Chief Minister Siddaramaya's camp. Now needs to be seen because a lot of them are expecting that in the month of January that they might really get some the CM related news. Now even as that the curiosity is on, now you are seeing in this background there are series of meetings that are getting placed, whether it's in Bengaluru or for that matter in Belgavi. Now all that the eyes are basically, or the curiosity basically is in the month of January of what that the High Command is really going to make note of it, because it's just few more days left for the Belgavi session to get over as well. So what's really going to pan out post, that is something that is more important there.
So, we are live, sir.
Well, we have now the breaking news coming in from Tumkuru, where all that you see, there are seers basically who did hold a very special and a significant meeting to speak about what they really think who should become the Chief Minister of the state. Now what's the kind of demand that's coming in from these set of seers is that basically the Parmeshwar, the Home Minister of the state, needs to be given a chance to become the Chief Minister this time again. All that you see, there's the kind of a pressure that's getting mounted by the seers as well, even as that DK Shivkumar, Deputy CM's camp and CM Chief Siddaramaya's camp are awaiting that their leader basically be one, either Siddaramaya continue to be the CM or DK Shivkumar wanting to become the Chief Minister. You have the seers from various communities, Vokkaliga, Lingayat and other community as well holding this meeting and saying that Parmeshwar needs to become the Chief Minister. Now with this I have my colleague Deepak therein from Belgavi. Deepak, what do you really make out of it? Because we have had Deputy CM DK Shivkumar saying that seers should actually be away from these political matters, need not speak something like this about the Chief Minister's position, but continuous statements being made. What do you make out of all this?
Well, as far as the Karnataka political landscape is concerned, seers also play a very important role, though not directly into politics, but of course they influence a lot of politics in the state. Mr. R.V. Deshpande is a very senior MLA and in fact has been a minister multiple times, and he will probably be able to throw more lights. I want you to
First, I want to tell you, still I am active in politics.
Absolutely.
I am still a legislator, the senior most legislator of the Karnataka history.
As a senior most legislator, tell us very frankly, in the Congress party, is everything okay? Because after we've come to Belgavi, there have been multiple dinners. The Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister had 2 breakfast meetings. But as far as dinners, why are they not seated together? Now seers in Tumkuru are saying Parmeshwar should become Chief Minister.
No. See, everybody has a right to demand. Not only MLAs, the people of the state also have a right to say who they want as a team. As a press, you have a right also to express your opinion. It doesn't mean like that. So there is no difference. See, naturally, Siddaramaya is the senior most politician. He is a very rich, experienced Chief Minister. He is doing a great job with these 5 guarantees on hand. First time in the country this brought. Other states now, BJP states are also following us. Yeah. Likewise, DK Shivkumar is also a seasoned politician who has also put a lot of efforts to build the party, the state. Yeah. Though he is a deputy chief minister, he is also our president of the party. So, ultimately, there is no difference as such. Suppose somebody has ambition. If I have ambition to become somebody...
Do you have an ambition, sir?
No. Yes, why should I not have? If I have ambition, no wrong. But I should be disciplined. It is Shivkumar or Siddaramaya or Deshpande or anybody. We are all disciplined soldiers of the Indian National Congress, and we go abide by the High Command.
So you are talking about discipline on one hand, but many of your legislators continue to make statements where the High Command says don't talk about leadership. Now you have some of them saying DK Shivkumar should become the Chief Minister. He will become on January 6th. He will become in November. We've seen multiple statements like this. So you're talking about discipline, but it doesn't seem to be working.
Not many. Some are making statements. See, it's their own statement.
Okay.
It is not the view of the High Command. If at all High Command directs that somebody should become Chief Minister, I think It's all binding on us.
Okay, sir. Thank you for speaking to NDTV. So that was Senior MLA Mr. R.B. Deshpande saying that everything is well within the Congress party and whatever the High Command decides is binding on them. Moving on to some more news from Karnataka. A seagull was found in the coastal part of the state, and interestingly here, a device which seems to be of Chinese origin has sparked off several questions. Ritu, tell us what exactly is the information that you're picking up on this seagull? What have the investigators really found up until now?
Well, you see, Deepak, this particular incident basically took place 2 days back is what we are given to understand therein. This seagull was basically seen near the coastal belt, therein near the beach of Rabindranath Tagore in Karwar, and later point it was handed over to the forest department where they tried to understand, what really is this device about, and later point they have really somewhere come to a point that that's a device which is a GPS tracking device with an electrical cell, and also the solar panel being placed on that device was basically found just on the seagull. Now what they have understood is that it basically belongs to somewhere, as per the email ID that was mentioned on this particular device, it says that it belongs to China based research academy. Now most of the times we do see that how that there are multiple research institutions basically which get into learn the bird movements, their feeding patterns as well. So somewhere probably it might be linked to it, or probably it might be other aspect as well. So yes, the email ID that was mentioned on this particular device, now police is basically trying to get in touch with this particular academy to understand whether it was really meant for the research purpose, or for that matter it was for something else as well. So yes, in all the probable angles that the investigation is on. Well, there's another breaking news coming in, this time from Bengaluru, a very quite shocking incident that has taken place here in the city, where this whole incident was captured on the CCTV that's on our screen, that you can see how that Bengaluru-based High Court advocate basically was rammed in by a black car that you can see on the in the CCTV footage, and he was killed on the spot. Now, what we are given to understand about this incident, that it took place yesterday around 7:30 p.m. Even as that this advocate from the High Court was trying to cross the road, that's when this black car comes and hits the advocate, and where he basically died on the spot. But just to get more details on it, I have my colleague Deepak. Deepak, what is that you are finding out, whether this car basically lost her control or it was done with other way around, to understand what really went wrong here?
Well, definitely the cops will have to investigate what went wrong, whether this was a case of overspeeding, whether this was a case of an intentional accident. The police right now are looking at the CCTV footage, which is of course available, along with various other evidences that they're trying to collect to get as many details as they can. We'll of course keep a close watch as to what's developing on that story. But very quickly, going over to my colleague Ashwin in Kerala, where he takes you through all the updates from there.
Well, thank you, Deepak. In fact, a very interesting development in Palakkad Municipal Corporation, where BJP had won the municipal corporation not with a majority, but is the leading party with 25 seats, where the Muslim League has now come forward to state that the CPM and the Congress must come together and ensure the administration of the Palakkad Municipal Corporation by keeping an independent candidate as a chairman of the municipal corporation. Certainly, this is going to be a big development which the Muslim League has proposed. And this, if it comes true, this will again prove the point which Rajiv Chandrasekhar has been stating that there is only a WWF wrestling match going on between the CPM and the Congress, and they're actually in the same side together. Let's hear this very critical bite that has come from A. Hamid, one of the top leaders of the district from Muslim League.
മർക്കർമലി പറഞ്ഞില്ലേ പ്രസിഡന്റ്, പാർട്ടിയുടെ നിലപാട് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് എക്കാലത്തും BJP ഭരണത്തിൽ നിന്ന് ഒഴിവാക്കി കൊടുക്കുക എന്നുള്ളത് തന്നെയാണ്. കഴിഞ്ഞ ഇലക്ഷനിലും അത് വളരെ വ്യക്തമായിട്ട് പാലക്കാട്ട് ജനങ്ങളോട് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്. കഴിഞ്ഞ 10 വർഷക്കാലമായി പാലക്കാട് നഗരത്തിലുള്ള ജനങ്ങൾ അനുഭവിക്കുന്ന ദുരിതങ്ങൾക്ക് അറുതി വരുത്താൻ യാതൊരു വികസനവും നടത്താൻ കഴിയാത്ത ഒരു ഭരണസമിതിയാണ് BJPയുടേത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഈ ഭരണസമിതിയെ താഴെ ഇറക്കുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ് UDFൻ്റെ ലക്ഷ്യം എന്ന് തന്നെ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടാണ് വോട്ട് വാങ്ങിയത്. അത് അങ്ങനെ ഒരു സഖ്യം ഉണ്ടാവേണ്ടതാണ്. കാരണം BJP ഒഴിവാക്കുക എന്നുള്ളതിൽ ആത്മാർത്ഥതയാണ് അഭിപ്രായമെങ്കിൽ തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും യോജിപ്പതിവായിരിക്കും.
Well, it needs to be seen whether this alliance will take place or not, but it's certainly interesting. Now, I pass on to my colleague Ashish with more news from the state of Andhra Pradesh. Ashish.
Thank you, Ashwin. In fact, a very shocking and incident has reported in Hyderabad. A film event, in fact, audio launch event, it has turned into a very horrific situation for the lead actress of this particular movie. What we have gathered from the police officials as well as the local authorities, that Nidhi Agarwal, she was participating in an audio launch event of a movie, The Raja Saab. This movie is scheduled to release next month during Sankranti, and Prabhas is the lead actor, and the music's audio launch event was hosted at one of the prominent mall of Hyderabad, and there hundreds and hundreds of fans of both Prabhas as well as Nidhi Agarwal, they gathered, and while Nidhi Agarwal was exiting from that event, she was completely mobbed. She looked completely stunned the way mob and fans tried to reach out to her. It was a very difficult situation for her security, her personal security staff to take away Nidhi Agarwal from the mob. Later on, after a lot of effort, the bouncers and the security staff of Nidhi Agarwal, they safely rescued the actress and took her into the car. But this incident, why video is now entirely viral on social media. A lot of criticism, the video is attracting. In fact, many people are asking about the security questions, as well as they are also asking and raising questions about the fans' behavior. So this video, this shocking video is definitely is viral, and we are awaiting a response from the police administration as well as from the movie management side.